Turn 15. Decisive Campaigns Barbarossa, and we have been allowed to release the hounds in Finland. We can go after these guys. So, this is interesting. Up here, got another group. I shall proceed towards them, which will make it not possible to fight. They can still come around. So these are weak units, and that's good. I don't know if there's anything else over here, but going to attack. How do we do? I remember feeling kind of down about last turn, and then I was doing the description and I realized, yeah, we captured Minsk and Smolensk though. I mean, this is not bad. I realized my blue screen filter was on. And we captured them much earlier than they did in real life. That battle went on from July through September in real life for Smolensk, and I should look up when they captured Kiev. I'm going to leave it at that. I don't think I want to move out of here. There's no real point in it. But down here, how are we doing there? And they're out of supply. This isn't good. Okay, I'm going to move that headquarters after we fight. The problem is the southeast group, whoops, really does need the help of, that's fine. The Onion, or the KAR group. Matter of fact, I should probably have fewer guys up here, but I've seen the steamroller come in, you know. I've seen it come in here, and I've seen it come in here, and as soon as you get knocked back on this road, it's pretty much over, if that is what happened. Okay, so the battle for Kiev went all the way along to the 26th of September, so we're actually doing better than the guys did in real life. And I attribute that to the supply line protection with these two dudes here that I've been working on the relationship with. So I've got a decision to make, which is why I've paused here, which is these are these KAR units. Karelian, not Carillion, this isn't Han Solo. But do I want to move them any further? I need to move this guy up no matter what, because this guy, the 18th Infantry, needs to remain inside command or they'll get penalized. And I can just accept the fact that these guys are gonna suck. That's about all I got. If I'm gonna move forward with them, they're not going to be as effective, but I think we need them. And I'll see maybe in a turn or two if I can do something. I don't know. I don't want to let the Soviets run amok through here. I'm also not sure how many they've got back there, and I do need to leave some reserves up here. I'm loath to move these because I don't want to get rid of that entrenchment bonus that they've got that we know is so good, but I sure could use 1 or 2 more units from there down there and leave 3 or 4 or 5 up here and not 6. I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So I'm going to move these guys down, and we are able to attack, so I'll see if it makes sense to attack. Okay, so some of the dudes could move, but they couldn't. Wow. That's a pretty beat up string of units there for the most part. What have we got? We don't have enough. We've got plenty of power, but it's way overloaded for the hexes. I might wait a turn here. This is a toughie. I am not happy about this. It might be best to wait. I'm going to leave that decision till later, and even if I forget about it, it's okay. because that looks like a bunch of casualties waiting to happen for our side, right? If I attack, it has to be with the whole thing. It's overloaded, and it's probably better to wait till next turn. Maybe see. These guys are pretty fresh. No. This feels like a wait till the 4th Panzer Group can get up there and surround these guys and do something about taking them out. Our 2-turn problem here. Have the infantry. See, I haven't moved these guys yet, and there's something wrong with them. I haven't touched them, and they're out of AP. What is going on here? High level of fatigue, command delays. Wow, they just don't have the oomph to do anything. This is depressing. So their morale and experience with entrenchment are pretty low. But we've seen that the last couple turns and tried to attack and hasn't really done anything. I feel like I kind of have to. 284 versus 400 and give it a shot, which is terrible advice for this game. My need to eradicate them exceeds my need to not accept casualties. Okay, so finally it worked, and this will free up our units. Okay, it was 36,000, 37,000 people. I mean, it's not a small group there that we destroyed. Okay, that's great though, because next turn I'll be able to free these guys up. So I'm starting to think about maybe just sticking these guys on rest and refit back here. They're not up near the front. They're protected. Don't like this 185th Infantry here. But now we can get the heck out of here. Should be able to at least cross the darn river. Get in the swamp, boys. Fun for the whole family. At least they're on the right side of the river. So it takes political points, though, to rest and refit. I've got some real thinking to do, because that fatigue level, 17, yeah, we're at anything above 20%, I get really antsy about. The problem is we're in the middle of an attack here. We did take Luga. One of my favorite cities to take. We can get our forward supply base up there. It's just a quick road to there. And this whole row should move up to this area. These 16th Army units will eventually move up to block here. And you can see the Soviets have done the same thing to face us. So at the moment, I'm not going to touch the 4th Panzer Group. I'm going to concentrate on this for the second, for this moment. Okay, so I can move a couple of guys up from here. And then the people who were standing here, they could have attacked, who were in these hexes already, but all they would have done was driven them out left or right. So I had to move those guys to their neighboring hexes here to block this guy's exit out of here. And that's okay, it just means it'll take till next turn. Some of these folks could only move up to here, but most importantly, what we discovered is that there is a group, there's a garrison, there's an infantry unit, and there's 3 headquarters camped out here at this city, Narva. And I'm not going to say it's going to be a tough nut to crack. I mean, we're going to take this out, and then we're going to move the 18th Army over to this side, right? And that'll hem them in here. And by that time, that's going to be 2 or 3 turns from now, the 4th Panzer should be running amok up here, past this swamp area. The blue infantry should be coming up to go through that swamp. Sorry, I just had the world's 2nd largest sneeze. So my main problem right now is that I don't want to move any of these guys, except maybe this one, move him up. And we've got a gap that's open down here, right? That's not good. And I cannot move any of these guys. So there's no real advantage in, I might be able to move these guys up one hex and get to maybe here, but it's not good. I really do need to block this off. So I wasn't really attacking anything, which means I'm going to have to move somebody like this fella back. And we're really in no danger of getting booted out of Luga, but it's still annoying. I'm mostly doing this to be like a dog barking. Stay away from this place. I'm not in love with the idea. And you can see we've shifted our track. I am hoping that zone of control will keep anybody from coming through there. So I can move up 2 hexes. And that will keep them in command radius. Now we can attack up here. Again, motorized units. I do have a bit of a problem in that I have just placed myself in front of these 4 units. They are in pretty good shape too. They're not the strongest things ever, but may not have been the best choice. I don't know. I just feel that forward motion is important at this time, so let's see what we can accomplish. To see what this is. So this is infantry. It could come down here. I don't want to abandon Luga, so I won't move this guy forward. They should be okay. I mean, this is the at-risk unit, but how far can they get? They could get to here, maybe. They probably will go into the swamp and be annoying. And I can make decisions next turn about, okay, what do I want? That might be worth it. It's not a unit that's ready to break, though. They're not damaged. Yeah, it's not a fight I need to have. They could move in here, but that would just be dumb. Okay, I think I'm going to leave the Finns alone. So, Army Group Center. Are there any envelopments? Our next target is to destroy these units and take Vyazma. We're kind of extended around here and we shouldn't be. I need to knock that thing out of the way, and my plan was to come around, but we could go through this forest as well. The biggest problem that I've got is I'm not really well defended along here, and so anything that can get into here will run amok, and I need something to block that. It will probably be the 2nd Army, and 4th Army can retreat out of this area, but first we've got to take this thing out. This unit is a real pain And you can see we've got supply trouble for the 9th Infantry. Hopefully, we can just... No, we can't even attack by moving those units in. So there's no point in doing that. Let's attack with what we've got. And that's alright. We've got a large number of units here that can do that. 200% concentric bonus, 438 versus 53. I think we'll win. Very, very short engagement. No casualties for us, 8,400 for them. Okay. Okay, so I moved these guys as far east as I can. Some of them want to move in funny directions. Supply looks okay, according to the moment. What that does do is free up these units. We're probably not going to find enemies in here. We'd see them already if they were there. So they're all packed over here. So I'll move the 4th Army along. Alright, so this bridge is gone, which is a problem. It means we're going to have supply issues. I did call this sellout last turn, this hex, with their 2nd motorized in it, and we can attack from both sides. Pretty good concentric bonus for just 2 units. Looks like we're driving them out of there. At some cost to us, you know, maybe 8%, something like that. But I'm happy to get people across the river, and hopefully that means we can have a supply that is continuous here. Let's see. This is where I clicked on our side. Anyway, yeah, it looks alright. So that removes the problem of this bridge missing. And again, we have a 5% chance per turn that that's going to... I can't attack. There were people in that hex, you know, like the 292nd here. What's wrong with them? Why can't they attack? We have 65? It just doesn't seem right. It shouldn't cost 65 to cross the darn river. Wow. Let's see if I can move anybody from this hex over the river. Nope. Wow, that's amazing. So to move into it. Should be 30 maybe. Okay, well, this is the bigger stack, so I'm tempted to attack with the northern units. What does this look like? Boy. I mean, it looks like a lot, doesn't it? But then when you get right to it, they're pretty weak. Actually, I want to see. So the 68th and the 78th, I definitely do not want turned on here. Where's the 68th? Are we not? Okay. Okay, so we're way over. We have an excellent concentric bonus though, so I'll drop that to 365, 79%. And attack with what we've got. Okay, so if a unit could not move down to border this hex and fight, I didn't move it. That's kind of annoying. But it shows that I need to, once I've defeated this, I need to get the heck out of here. Maybe I'll stick around to take care of these, or this stack, but we need to get back up here with the Second Army and defend this area because, well, their conscripts and their reinforcements are going to come up through here, and as long as this is open, they'll be able to walk right in, and I cannot have this railroad highway disrupted. Not when we're getting so close to Moscow. Alright, let us complete the final envelopment of these forces. We're limited to 300, huh? Whoa, don't want to turn that one off. Whatever that is, it's key. Okay, 283 out of 300, 39%. Versus 172. Those are really weak units. Let's see. Boy. That's a surprise. That's really a surprise. 30,000 of them in there. Well, took some casualties. Guess there'll be one more turn. I cannot believe we can't cross the river or do anything with these units. That's super frustrating. Okay, well, let's head down to the south. Looks like we were trying to do some sort of encirclement here. I'm going to see what of the 17th Army I can get down in this direction and try and surround these guys. Alright, so I've moved a couple units. There isn't a whole lot of a chance that I'm going to get around this, but the first thing I definitely have to do is take this out. This 58th Infantry. We've got a huge stack there. Alright, I've reduced it down to 353, kept to 75% concentric though, so this is mixed Romanian and 17th Army attacking. Remember them about 6 to 1. And that is the end of that little nugget. Alright, so the plan. We know there's bad guys down there. We know there's Soviets back in here. Also, I made a mistake last turn. I was talking about the railways and I said, oh, we need to go up to Kiev and back down and that. Actually, I was noticing when I was watching the replay, we can come across here and down, and that is a much better route. So I don't really have to do much more on the front towards Kursk here. There was no real point in going in that direction unless we were trying to clean something out for Army Group Center, but it doesn't look like we have to do that given that I'm finishing the destruction of this and then creating kind of a wall over here that's going to stop anybody from doing that and keep this highway protected. This is all part of that not getting involved in stuff you shouldn't get involved with thing that I've been talking about for the whole game, because in previous playthroughs I have gotten involved in those things and it has not been good. So I need to keep units of the 17th Army along this river border to make sure they don't try and jump across. But every unit that I leave in the west over here holds up the progression of the 17th into this southern territory, and we need them down here to hammer into these guys and also give some of these units a break. They need a break. 3rd needs a break, and 11th Army needs a break. And it's 2 turns to get that break going, so I have a real question, which is what do I do over here and in this area, because I just said it's not worth going along and up, but it might be worth coming across, and you can see what happens to supply here, right? And sweeping down this side, because we are going to have to take this sooner or later. And it doesn't look like it'll be that long to get across to Pavlograd and Stalino and then Rostov. And so once we get here, the capture of Rostov is pretty much assured. But there's all this open area that needs to be protected against. Regardless of what I do, I have to put a wall up here to stop people coming in this direction. I have to protect Kiev. And somehow I need to protect this rail line. This is not good, you know? I hope it asks me soon where I'd like to make the rail line go. Rail conversion army group south, good. Okay, so we'll be able to look at that and make a decision this turn, but how am I going to protect this huge river length? Because just because we get across the river and into here does not mean that this area becomes subdued, right? And even if we clear it, that's helpful, but then we end up having to take Kharkov. I don't like it. I don't like any of it. We have some real issues here in this area. We're going to have to get some units across, probably. 6th Army here. But they need a rest, and what do I do with the Panzer Group? That's really the question. Okay. There's no way of surrounding this right now. Also, I was pretty disappointed with the 1 hex ability to move of these units of the 11th Army. There's no chance of getting this encirclement going. They'll probably attack there again, as we saw last turn. So I need to do something. So I either can bring the 3rd Army down or rest them, and I'm going to bite the bullet and rest them. And so we rest Army Group South. We'll let the entire 3rd rest for 2 turns. They're behind the line, so it's okay. And that cost us a couple of points. If I drive these folks out, I'm trying to turn off all the Romanians, as you do. Then that should allow me to beef up the neighboring hexes a little bit. Okay, we moved up a bit. It is super tempting to attack this because look at all these weak units here. Might be able to break them just by touching them. That's fine. Okay, broke one. It's okay. It wasn't a brilliant victory or anything. But one more unit destroyed is one more unit we do not have to concern ourselves with later on. So this is one of my most disappointing unit hex movements. It's like, why can't they go through 2 or 3 hexes? They could only go through 1. And will I rest some of the 17th Army? Like I could rest all these guys, all of them. I think I will. Yeah. because I don't think anybody's going to be coming there. You just get to do this over and over again. But thank myself later that I did this. Because when you've got a whole pile of units that are just too darn tired to fight, it doesn't help. I'm going to do as many of these as I can get away with. Which units there? There are not. But there is one hiding underneath the headquarters. Okay. And this is way more expensive political point-wise than doing the whole division, but or the whole army, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so if you're looking later, you can see by hitting the report key, the division will undergo arrest, and it will keep telling us that through each turn. So that's about half of them, I'd say, for that army. This looks like a candidate as well. What is that? The 700th Light Infantry. And if you have no political points, it will tell you. It just won't let you play the card. So, alright, that deals with Army Group Super South. We still have the Panzer Group to take care of. Really disappointed we couldn't get anybody across the river here. I think that's the same X I've tried to attack. Okay, and so it's up to Panzer Groups now, and 16th Army. I think we're just going to leave 16th Army where it is. We can't really move it forward. It would put us in the other zone. So we're back to this, the encirclement. Okay, and we did not succeed. Lost 10% of our guys, just about. And this is a factor of peeps getting tired. 17% fatigue, yep. So they're gonna need a little more juice than that. Checking to see if there's any more 9th Infantry out there. Now, we've talked about what is the priority here. We have this gaping hole in the front here, which is not good. And we want to get at the back end of this and surround these 3 units. The first thing we will do is eliminate this 247th Infantry. way too much. Oh, no, don't want to turn that off. Okay, I think 206 versus 47 is good. We keep our 100% concentric bonus. And now we can drive clean through the woodlands. I am a little worried about rain. Starting to get Leningrad in the north and Riga are getting drizzle. Kiev is getting drizzle. Minsk is okay. Moscow's okay. But these motorized divisions, if there's mud, they will get stuck. Okay. Apparently I clicked on the other unit. Tanks will be okay in the mud. Infantry's okay in the mud. I guess I'm gonna have to get the infantry out and be our pickets. Because we need to know if people are trying to get through here. Stay on a road with the headquarters in case there is a problemo. What do we got here? 2 infantry units. Okay. So is it worth trying to go for the encirclement? That is the question. I don't know. Maybe I should have waited or put a few more units in there. These are going to be fresh units. Yeah, it's not looking good. Yeah, look at that. We lost quite a few guys. Huh. Stack, okay. So we can begin the encirclement on this side, which of course will make these guys redistribute themselves. They will move. Huh. Let's see if anybody can get over there. They can. Okay. Now remember, we've got 2 headquarters here. Those are pretty fresh units. Yeah. So did we attack or not? I'm thinking no. Yeah, we just don't have the firepower to do it right now. No. Can't get across the river. Okay. Well, I've seen worse setups. They'll probably withdraw and maybe do what they did with Smolensk, which was occupy the city and the hex behind it. Which didn't make much of a difference, did it? I mean, we surrounded them and destroyed them no matter what. It was disappointing. Yeah, looks like we're good in the north. So, Army Group South, Panzers, Panzer Group 1. What do we do with you? Not a lot of fuel. We know that 6th Army is going to basically go across this line to the east and try and push whatever we can up against the 14th Army units here. 2nd Army's got to withdraw, especially after taking out this. Might stick around for 1 or 2 of these, but I think these guys can handle it. I'm assuming the little sissies can get across the river. There isn't a bridge, General. So, the question that I brought up earlier, what to do with the Panzer units here, because I hate you. It's not clear, is it? You know, it's like, we know it's pointless to drive towards Kursk. We don't have to do that, and it gets us way away from our supply line, and that we could drive down this way towards Pavlograd, clearing up things as we go, but that does require us to clear out this area, which means the swamp, which means our infantry units are engaged in that. And we end up splitting the Panzer Group up quite a bit, like just spreading it out with the, you know, headquarters in the center, and then it's some units are down here, some are boxing this off. This would be a lot easier to decide if the 6th Army was over to the east more. And as much as I like this bridge, I really don't see the point. What is this? Yeah, see the lousy supply there? It doesn't matter that we have this bridge. Still, he cannot escape. That's interesting. We'll move 3rd motorized over there. Bring the 13 Panzer over, and there's no escape for him. I think I'll be able to destroy this unit. Yep, he panicked. And hopefully we'll have a positive effect on the supply in this little weird area here, because we now own it. That doesn't fill me with confidence. What happens when I'm not clicking on it? Okay, looks alright. Okay, well, what I'm going to do is get people away from the east, or the west, I mean, and this area. We'll leave that to the 6th Army there, and we'll get our guys down. Are there any hiding under other units? No. Okay. super tempting. Super tempting to go up there and smash around a little bit. I don't know. It's probably easier though. Like, I don't like the geography up there, first of all. The supply is not too great. These hexes, it's... I don't know what's going to happen. We might force them out this way, and then they're in this open plain where it is easier to surround them, and then we've got this swamp on the back end. And the worst part is that I'm feeling I have to go up there with half our units, and that means I'm going to have to move our headquarters up to like here or something and do that spreading out thing that I just said I don't really want to do. What's that down there? No, that's nothing. Okay. Yeah, he's got priority on resupply, but can anybody attack this unit? Because we could do the same thing we just did with this weak motorized unit here by taking this, cutting him off. Way more than we need. Okay, turn off the Vikings. That's fine. I'd rather it be done. We've seen how we can lose when they're tired. So I need to keep some people along this rail to stop enemies from coming through the swamp. Sitting under here. So it looks like what's happening. Aha! See that? That's a big stack there, as I'm getting committed to going across here. And there is no nice bridge or something to get across this river. We either have to come around it, and we're halfway to Kursk if we do that. And this, although the red line disappears, the river is the army group zone border, and I don't have anybody over here, and I don't want to have anybody over there to, you know, beyond maybe here. Wow. If I try and go and destroy this stuff, I am committing Second Army to stick around here longer. But that is not a fun discovery, that big stack there. So what do I commit to? Well, it's not like they don't have to be destroyed. Okay, I've committed to it by moving the headquarters up here. We're running out of fuel. I am going to try and bash this cavalry unit because we can. See if the Luftwaffe will fly us in some fuel. Our supply base is back in Proskuro. Yep. Okay. So here's the problem. Weather's fine, but we're so far away. There was really no way of doing it, which is why I've said I want if we're going to play around up here, I want an air base in Kiev. So that means that none of these guys are going to be able to move forward unless they're infantry. This guy can't do it, for example. Okay, well, there's really no difference. Huh. We can get into the swamp with the motorized division, the Italians. I'll leave them. Yeah, no, I think that's good. Again, we're spread out more than I want to be, and trying to do two different things, and that can be challenging. But there is a way to link up without having to come back, although we might have to. And these units are a threat. I mean, if I back off out of here and try and make some sort of wall that goes across here, which I have often done. I mean, I've gone all the way out to here, to Kursk and Orel, until I captured these things, and then these big conscript armies come in and start creeping around the edges and finding holes and pushing their way through, and suddenly I'm in this big retreat to a line to defend this. And so why not just do that in the first place, right? Okay, is that everybody? We've got half the 17th Army resting. We've got the 3rd Romanians resting. I'm not doing anything else down here. Lost a couple battles. We've got 2 encirclements, I think. That one, and okay, the beginnings of this. This is half an encirclement. We've got this. Yep. And maybe we'll be able to begin folding this up pretty soon. I mean, these are just single units. Nothing crazy. I think I'll rest these units back here. Okay, rest division. Checking to see what's there. The panzer units I will not rest. Not yet. Because they need to get out of there. Maybe next turn or something, or at the end of next turn, these guys. I want them to get out of the swamp and farther north, because every turn that they're stuck down there, they are anchoring the panzer group that far south, right, where we need to stay in command range and whatnot, and I want them to move up to here so I can move up a little bit, and we're not done fighting yet. They are protecting Narva with many more units than I thought would be there, given how many we've destroyed, but oh well. But, you know, you look at this, we could be on the doorstep of Leningrad very soon, right? All we have to do is technically punch through a couple units and then we're up there. But that still leaves this, and we need to be able to clear out this swamp and push them back. And then 18th from this side and 4th Panzer from this side will surround this and we'll destroy it, take it, and then we'll be in good shape to go after these guys up here. And meanwhile, the Finns can close in from the north. So, overall, not bad. Alright, we have a lot here. Okay, we're going to lobby von Brauchitsch for support. We get a 50% chance, costs us 4. He doesn't want to anger the Führer, so this isn't good. So we're only at like 50%. I've had luck with rolling before on lobbying about winter, and when it comes time to make the decision, it's like over 100% chance to do it, but this time I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, the field visit. Who am I doing good with here? Okay, so I'm good with von Rundstedt. I think I'm going to take care of the trucks first. Okay, so these are big political point sucking things. We need to refit the trucks. So ignore it or do it. I'm going to do it. 7 is actually pretty cheap. And that helps von Lieb. He's still at minus 37 or something, 36, but it's better than where he was at. And this is why I'm saying you get the chance over the game, in the mid and late game, to recover your relationships with the field commanders, whereas the decisions about supply are going to be less and fewer. Okay, we'll do a refit in Army Group South as well. Okay, so von Rundstedt's taken care of. I don't really have to go visit him, but von Bock here is right on the line, right? He's at minus 4. So it would be good for me to bump him over the line by visiting. And so I think that's an appropriate place to spend political points. So he's in charge of Army Group Middle Center. 30% chance of a bad outcome. Will I fall on my head? No. Everything is good. And we're still neutral, but we're positive now. We're on the plus side. Okay, captured trucks, Army Group South. You've seen what I'm going to do. Leave half the trucks. So we've dropped from superb to strong. So next time, I'm probably going to have to make the decision in Kirk's or Wagner's favor, because we're probably getting close to falling out of the strong relationship to good. Unexpected fuel use. Do you want to keep burning fuel like there is no tomorrow? Do our fast divisions have to maneuver all over creation in order to advance? We're still expending ridiculous amounts of fuel with our quite unnecessary aggressive offensive doctrine. No, it isn't sustainable now. It wasn't sustainable last time I mentioned it. I suggest you do something before our panzers have to be converted to pedal power. So the decisions here will either bug Wagner here, or they will bug Brauchitsch or somebody in the high command that we're dialing it back. So I'm going to leave it the way it is. Yeah, it knocked us out of strong to good. But, hey, I want to win the war, you know. I don't want to dial it back. Okay, lost paperwork. So we've seen this before. Items are being lost. What's going on? It's not sabotage, so I can trust my chief of staff, visit the mail room, reprimand them, etc. I'm going to visit the mail room, and boy, we rolled 60. We had 0 to 60 chance there, so that worked out for us. That's good. So we've got 2 propaganda decisions, which is all right. I'm going to do the rail conversion decisions here. So we've been doing Brest-Minsk, Smolensk. Well, we're at Smolensk. What now? And the obvious thing is to go to Vyazma. This one, Oral Tula, goes south, you see. So you could duck down this way, because there is a lot of resistance here getting to Moscow. If you look at the rail network of Moscow on a different kind of map, like outside the game, you'll see why Moscow is so important. And it really is a central hub, just as you can see here. But imagine, like, I don't know, about 100 times more actual rail and highway systems than that connecting up to Moscow. So it wasn't the worst idea in the world to go after that. So anyway, we don't want to do that. We want to continue going along the straight road to Moscow. All right, Army Group South. This will be fun. So, Prusko, Kiev. We've actually reached Kiev. Where do we want to go? Do we want to go to Kryvyi-Rog? I don't even know how to say that. Or to Kursk. We do not want to go to Odessa, unless I can see how it connects to that other unit. Yeah, we definitely want to go here, because I want to look at this on the regular map. So I think we want to come across here. I don't like any of this. and remember, we have the choice. Oh, we don't have the choice of not to decide, so we do have to actually do something. What's going on, game? Okay, so we're really stacked up along here. What we want is to go to Kiev to Kirovograd, and then Krivorog and across here. We don't want to go up. So we definitely want that first one there. Okay. 12 days, wow. Okay, airfield, Army Group South. You've heard me say this. I don't know where Nikolaev is, but oh yeah, it's that one that's way back there. Right, I'm like, why would you want that? And a lot of our guys are up here, so I'm going to move it to Kiev. And I'm going to write it down in the book. Move some Proskuro to Kiev, and maybe this time when we call for fuel, they'll be able to actually deliver some. Forward supply base, Army Group North. Could move it to Luga or Pskov. Do we want the 2-day break the rail? Shutdown is pretty big. 40, the rail effort required. It kind of makes sense to deliver it up here. So this is all being delivered by truck. How did we do last turn? Army Group North is the white one. It's about 3,000 barrels next turn probably, and falling. We've got none. Ah, boy. And our air base is up at Pskov, is it not? Yeah, it is. So we can get fuel flown in, and it's only a few hexes away. Yeah, but the problem is I don't want to delay fuel arriving. Pskov or Luga? I mean, I'm not saying that our capture of Luga is is the best or the easiest or whatever, right? It's not. We haven't kept it yet. We don't have too many units that they could counterattack and take it back, possibly. Right? It's a long truck, moved all the way back through there. Let's see what's happening to get them all the way to there. It's a lot of effort. Oh wow, okay, so it's coming through Riga. Soon we'll be able to get things directly to there through this though, to Tanlinn through the barges, so that's cool. I think I'm going to move it to Pskov. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That helps also 16th Army. You know, if I move it up here, it's farther to go back. When 16th Army is up in this area with the tip of it up here in Novograd in the south in these swamps or something, it's much better. So I'm going to move it to Pskov. Doesn't feel great, but I think it's the right thing to do. Pskov. Oshkosh, Piskosh. Okay. Forward supply base to Smolensk. We have talked about this. It's in Minsk right now. It's a long way to Smolensk. It probably should go there. Let's have a look. These are really important decisions right now because of fuel supply, right? So the forward supply base is still at Minsk. Wow. So I either need to move it to Orsha or Smolensk pretty quick. Oh. Yeah, and I do think I've been saying that, right? That we waited deliberately to be able to do this, so let's do it. Group South. So we've got Perskiro. It's asking us, do you want to go to Odessa? Cherkasy is a big possibility. I don't want to move it to Kiev and back to Lvov. So there's Perskiro. Cherkasy is here. Note the different spelling. Once again. So I think we've got to look at it again and see the distribution of the forces and does this make sense? Okay, so I think it does have to move, right? We just moved the airbase to Kiev. We're so far away from everything right now. Cherkasy makes a lot of sense. And until I can move to Krivorog or Pavlograd or something like that, I think this is a good medium ground. I mean, it's far away from everything, but it's not as far away as Perskiro, so I think I'm going to do it. Oh boy, we are going to suffer for 2 turns here. Army Group South, ground. But it's got to be done. Okay, the propaganda. So now they're asking to work with me. Nobody's disappointed in me for doing this. And it has helped. And more propaganda films. Whatever. Bach can complain. -1. That's okay. We'll get the chance to do another field visit. So, anybody new on the honor roll? Nope. Haven't screwed up since the last time I screwed up. 15 days without an accident. Yeah, here's a loss. Parts a member of them has performed an exceptional act of bravery and leadership, so the heroic deed will come up sometime soon. If it hasn't already. Okay, I think we're done. Let's push the button. So So a lot of decisions this turn, and infrastructure choices, and where are we going to go next, right? The field is too big to go everywhere, so we've fanned out into lands that are so wide that we can't possibly cover everything. And so we have to pick our battles. I must say I feel incorrectly fixated on taking Moscow. I feel that Leningrad is going to eventually fall. I'm going to eventually get to Rostov, but Moscow has been the toughest nut to crack, and so I'm focusing on it, even though it's not a priority. See, look at this. This worries me. All these units showing up here, and I just told these guys to go on a break. So we're going to have to get the panzers down there quick, which may mean withdrawing from the attack that I just committed them to in the north. Are you withdrawing from the pocket? Yes, you are. Yep. Pulling out. They know when they're getting encircled. It's a big stack there at that 44th Army. In it. So we're starting to get into the mid-game, and the characteristic of this, how you will know when you're playing it yourself, is that you will not be able to do everything or go after everything that you want to be able to do. You will see things, you will want to do them, but you won't be able to, and you probably won't have as many political points as I've had. You'll start the turn with 30 or 18 or something and be forced to start making awful choices. But yeah, there's lots of stuff that I see that I want to go do, and I can't. I just can't. I have to stick to the priorities and focus, and when I don't, we see what happens. Cut this off next turn. I'll be able to get these guys up here. We should take Tanlinn. That'll get us some barges going over there. Very helpful. That's another reason why I recommend taking the inside railway in Army Group North and not the coastal one, because you get the barges to be able to do that. The enemy is showing up around Kiev. So I'll probably have to get out of here and pull everyone to the south, because I'm going to need to stretch down in that direction. Hopefully, I think this is 6th Army or something, can rush across. But I haven't seen anybody do any rushing lately except for the Russians. They're doing their hurry up. Hurry up. It's not hurry up offense, it's hurry up block. Look at that. The cavalry. That's a pain. What's happening against the Finns? Something is approaching in the north. Yep. What did I tell you? Got this gap open. They're going to show up. So I'm going to have to spread my guys out here, and just look at that. That's more than I can handle right now with the resources I've got there. And this is where you have to start making some of those harsh choices. Looks like they blew the bridge on the east side of Narva there. It's going to make attacking more difficult. I'm surprised they haven't withdrawn from outside Vyazma / Smolensk. He's as confused as I am. So, fuel supply is going to be terrible. Maybe these guys are resting. Boy, these are some big stacks here. Look at that. That's a lot. And suddenly these guys have appeared up here, and they are not weak. They're indeed not weak. So it's probably a good thing I didn't pull any more units off to get down there. This encirclement continues. There's another possibility up there. But if I do that, that's going to pull 3rd Panzer Group away from what they should be doing over here. Right? Breaking through and surrounding with 2nd Panzer this. And then we've got this to deal with. Hopefully we can complete this encirclement. Oh yeah, we're out of fuel. I'm like, why are they not able to move? They're perfectly fine with action points, and I do not want these guys crossing the river and attacking. If they are able to attack a resting and refitting unit, they do a lot of damage. Supposedly, I don't think I've ever had that happen, but I don't want it to happen either. Have they pulled out of here? I mean, there's still this. What is going on? It looks like they've pretty much abandoned this zone and are concentrating their defense on the river crossing here, which is smart. I mean, they should. That's the key, right? Once I'm across here, then it's just, it's like what I'm doing towards Moscow. It's push and surround, and we're there. This is an annoying hex. I've got to get some. I usually send Romanian units across the river. They can walk into the swamp. There'll be some guys down there, surround and destroy, and we'll see. Usually I've crossed as well and come up this way with some other units, but that can be distracting. Sevastopol is a good city to take, but it's not necessary. Let's check our eval. Still doing great. 80%. Finally got there. I guess the Soviets still own a lot of their stuff, so I'm not going to be too offended by that. But alright, that's an hour and 20 minutes almost. Thanks for watching. This was a serious turn. You start to see some of the command decisions in the mid-game that make you tear your hair out, and we'll continue on. Thanks for watching.